back up. There it is.
Really pretty.
Yeah. And tonight I did my earrings also in pinks.
Beautiful.
To go with my bracelet tomorrow. So here's what we're working on tonight. If you want to come join us on YouTube, you can see the tutorial. So
Melanie says we have a big snowstorm right now. It's been snowing since yesterday.
Melanie, where you live? Can you remind me?
Do you know what I just thought of?
No
one can hear you on my page and no one can hear me on your page.
I know. So
but next time what we have to do is
join each other,
yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll figure that out next time.
Yes.
Sorry, sure. TikTokers.
First go.
Yes. YouTube takes precedence. Sorry.
Yes, for sure. Our girls do.
Hey, Fran. I'm so glad you're here. Oh, you're looking forward to this. Fran, was it you that asked if we could do this project? I can't remember, but here it is. This is what we're making tonight. So, and we have a couple different ways that we can do it. So this one, I have it backwards.
Oh, so pretty.
Has just the one top row, one side row, one bottom row. But then this one is a little bigger. And then Trish, when she practiced hers, put picot edging on them. So excited. So excited.
You know my theory. More is more. More is more. More is more. Always.
All about the more is more, huh?
So that's what we're making tonight.
Yeah.
I actually
Very
have
fun.
A pair done and I'm keeping them.
Woo!
Of course I am.
I don't know which ones I'm going to keep yet. So
they're both beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, these are done in the ones that I did. I started on the loom are a little bit different colors.
In
the same color family, but
I like very much.
I'm just feeling those colors.
Yeah.
So much. They're so cute.
So just so you know, so I was just showing, these are all the 6mm that Jules has available in the shop.
Beautiful.
So pretty. So pretty. You will also need some kind of ending piece. So if you recently bought a kit, you can get, Jules is now putting these into the original Jewel Loom kits, these particular color beads. Or if you got the January Creative Soul box kit, that was in there. Okay. She also has all kinds of beautiful check glass bead mixes. So I have this one was from one of the Creative Soul boxes, but she has all kinds. So you could use beads from that. So you'll need something to put on the bottom for your dingle dangle. So you will need, I think these are 24, 25. Do you remember what size millimeter? It's 24, 25. It's not quite 26. It's shorter than 26.
Yeah, it's a 3/4 inch. That's what I call them, but it's going to be in millimeters. So whatever that equals in millimeters.
So you can use either Jewel Loom needles tonight.
I'm going to spotlight you now, sweetie, okay?
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
There you can get started.
You can also use beading needles. Trish added a picot edging to her, so she's probably going to flip her camera while I'm doing that. And so either or, if you're doing the picot edging, you're probably going to want a beading needle. But you could always switch off of your Jewel Loom needle after you do the beginning. So I mentioned these, the ribbon clamps. I believe Jules has them in the shop. You're going to need, either some craft wire or some eye pins or head pins, some ear wires, some jump rings, some Wildfire, and then a loom of your choice. And we're going to get started on our earrings here. Oh, and some scrap ribbon or whatever you have around. So this one is 3/8 of an inch or 9.5 millimeters. So not super wide. as you can see, I'm still going to have to trim some of it off. So you just need small pieces of scrap because we don't want to put the ribbon clamp right on the Wildfire. So this and a loom. You can, I think Trish is on, she's flipped now. She can join back with us here. She's on the original. And I am on the Wisdom Warrior. So we'll be working with we're working with the 6mm tile beads.
Yes.
And then this is all in the bottom in the description. Here's my affiliate link. If you didn't hear, you will get a free Easter beading pattern if you order tonight. In addition, Jules is going to throw in some fun stuff into your order only tonight. If you use our affiliate link anytime, we will send you just got to tell us you used it. We will send you the pattern. But the free gift, and there's a link to the Wildfire. Jules has a 12mm ribbon clamp. So I'm throwing all these links at you guys.
Okay.
And then here's hopefully here's the link for the original Jewel Loom.
Cool.
And then I'll throw in let's see if it'll take that. Yeah.
Now, guys, if you want to make the picot stitch, you will need some 11/0s. So keep that in mind. You don't have to. Amber doesn't have that on hers, but if you want to make them like these ones, you will need some 11/0s. Okay. The ones I'm using are called Rosaline, I believe, in frosted. They're frosted Rosaline. So sorry, I just wanted to add that.
Oh, by all means. I'm going to get some
know.
of this stuff out of the way. And so we talked about how we haven't shown you how to warp the Wisdom Warrior in a while. So we thought we'd show you how to do that. So I'm going to warp the Wisdom Warrior. If you use the baby loom, you can get 2 earrings out of it. It's a little tight, but you can definitely do it. Just because these are a little longer that we're making tonight. So I would recommend doing the original or the Wisdom, but that is your choice. I did my test ones on the baby loom and it worked. It just makes it harder for tying off the ends. That's a big difference, is you just don't have as much to tie off.
If you center them just right, though, you can make it work.
Yes.
That's
so for the Wisdom Warrior, we start out by knotting on our cute little peg up here. So I just got my Wildfire, and it's focusing on my Wildfire. Don't focus on my Wildfire. Let's see. Anyway, so I knotted the knob here. Oh, you spotlighted me again. You go, girl.
I did.
So I found, I'm trying to remember, I think it was just like the original. It has grooves up here, and they're the same distance as the original. Oh, hey, Kara. I'm sorry you lost us. I'm glad you found us again. Here we are.
Oh, I think Jules just sent out a link to the
awesome
to the group. So good. I think Neely must be finished up.
Okay. Yeah, very fun. Yes, Neely is just talking, it looks like, with Danielle now.
Done. Yeah.
So
hey, we do a lot of that.
What are you talking about? We don't talk.
No. Sorry,
we
honey,
don't
you
talk
go
about
ahead.
Bruno. No.
Yeah, right.
So just like the original, you're gonna lay it in the grooves. I don't worry too much about making it completely perfect on each end, but I've been doing this for a while, so I line up pretty close. On the original, you do get tension pretty easily when you take the bar out. With this one, you have to create your tension. So I wrap around twice, And then you're going to need 1, 2, I believe it's 3 spaces. Good way to check it is to take out what bead you're doing
Hi,
and line
Joan.
it up.
She's here.
Hey, Joan joined us. Yay. Woohoo. So it'll be 3 spaces wide. Double check that. That might be too much. So this is just a good, easy way. Nope, that looks pretty good.
I think that's what I used was 3. Yeah.
So so you just want to hold your tension while you're measuring that all out. And then come back up here and go 1, 2, 3. When we say 3, we mean 3 open spaces. So it'll be the same on the original, and we only need to do 4. So we're going to do 3 beads across, so we only need 4 warps. So let's see where that starts. 1, 2, 3, and go in the 4th one. 2, 3. There we go. Hold that tension. Sometimes if you see, I have my finger there that helps hold it while I'm going down to the bottom. So 1, 2, 3, and then put it in the 4th. Wrap around twice. Let your wildfire fall on the floor. And that's happens. Okay. Yep.
It happens.
Then you probably can't see me. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Go in the 4th. So same thing on the original. 1, 2. The advantage of doing it on one of these looms is just being able to tie it off easier.
Honey, could you scooch that forward just a hair?
Yeah, I was picking up my wildfire. Sorry.
Okay, no, that's okay. I was just thinking the girls could see a little better. Thank you. Awesome.
Thank you. Thanks for letting me know.
Sure. That's all we do.
Right. Get that string out of the way. So counting 1, 2, 3. Go in the 4th hole. Wrap it around twice. Hold my finger there. I got all this extra wildfire, and you want to get some good nippers out.
Yes.
And cut enough so you can tie it off. It's always hard to tie it off while you're live.
It is. It's hard to do it all while you're live. No joke.
Oh yeah.
As far as the warping goes, I'm always having a party when I'm warping on here at home. I'm like whipping it out, you know.
I know, but once you go live, it's like awkward sitting.
And you feel nervous, so I don't know what happens, but it's the camera, I guess.
Oh, I think I definitely lost some tension there. But... All right. Yeah, I lost some tension. See if I can.
Do you want to work on that? And
since you're starting the next part, but that's how you warp the Wisdom Warrior. And now we're gonna highlight Trish over here, and she's gonna show you the next step.
Okay, guys. So this is my original, and just like Amber just showed, I did 3 spaces between each. We have 4 threads, so always 1 extra thread is compared to how many beads you're using. So we're using 3 beads, 4 threads, okay, and 3 spaces apart, okay, and then that's what we're going to get here. I did do a picot stitch. You don't have to. So what I did here, to make my life easier, I flipped my loom over because I like to work from the bottom up. So I just tied off my pink Wildfire, which Jules has that in her shop, I believe, too. So if you haven't tried the pink, guys, it has my heart. But anyway, so I tied that on to our outside left warp, okay? And the next thing we're going to do is just pick up our beads, okay? I'm going to show you a couple rows, and then we'll get back over to Amber here. But all I'm going to do, my pattern here, you can't see, but my pattern here starts with the taupe. So I'm going to pick up a taupe, a gray, and a taupe. Okay. have those on my needle. And I'm just going to push those down.
Penny, we were just talking about how when we're not live, we can whip it out. But when we go live, it's definitely a trip. Sorry, you called
whipping it out. I just got here, and the first thing I hear is I'm just whipping it out. Yeah, that's me, guys. I mean, yeah, sorry.
All right, we'll move past that.
This is a children's show. No, it's not.
I didn't even think that until you started laughing.
Okay, so once I have those beads moved down, guys, I'm going to slip my needle underneath, and I like to hold on to the thread as I'm pulling it across. That's just something I enjoy. Penny says, haha, I thought, where did I land? Where am I?
You're with us, Penny. No worries.
Yep. You know you're here when you hear stuff like that. So, and I'm just going to take my finger, guys, underneath, and I'm just going to push up with my left hand, and it looks like I'm struggling because I am. But
we won't let anybody know you're at work.
No. So we have our beads across here, and I'm holding them there, and I'm going to go over top of the right warp, and then I'm going to go all over top of all the warps as I'm going through the holes in the beads. And you can see your needle through the beads to make sure you can see silver as you're going across. Then you know it's locking it in for you, okay? And then to do the next row, the girls, actually Amber and Jules showed me this, which is pretty cool. They tilt their towel beads down just to make sure that they're going to catch them under the warps as they go across. And that's a good rule of thumb for your 2-hole beads, any of them. It seems to work nicely. So
yes,
a lot of times you can turn your loom sideways if you need to. I do that at times because, to get straight through. And you guys are probably a little more talented with that kind of stuff. But my motor skills aren't what they should be all the time. So we go across underneath. We're underneath those warps. And now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go over top of the warps. I'm going to put my needle in that right bead and make sure that I can see it the whole way across as I'm attaching on our towel beads. Okay. So that's one row. There. Amber, would you like to get back, or are you not quite ready yet?
Oh, I am. So you're good. We can have both of us up. So
okay, honey.
Works.
Okay.
Mine are slightly different only because this one, if we can get it to focus on it, maybe, has a silver backing. So when you're putting it on, if you do these, they're gorgeous in person. You just have to be aware of how you lay it on your loom. So, so I'm gonna, and if you wanted to, you could, just like Jules did with the bracelet, you could lay out the beads that you're gonna do so you know what's coming up, how you're gonna finish it off, that kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm just doing my second row because I'm doing these ones I did one row in the bottom, just like Amber. We each did one of each. Where we did two sets. Anyway, this one up here I did 2 rows and then started the buttonhole. Okay. So I'm doing my second row at the bottom. Okay. Just push those down. Make sure I have where I want them.
I'm putting this one on. So if you see, if I flip it around, this is how you have to be aware when it has 2 different colors. As you can see, you probably can't see, but my silver is facing up instead of the pinkish clear that I reflector side. So I need to make sure I go back and pop this bead off and flip it over. So it helps with these, for me at least, and the same with the spikes that we did last. So it's the same idea as the spikes, is I put my thread under first, and then my needle is going the right way. So my needle...
Yeah, that's a very smart trick.
So whether if you're beading from bottom up, your needle be going the opposite way. But yeah. I bead from top down.
Like most people, but
no, I think it's we should take a poll.
Yeah, we should.
We should definitely take a poll.
Oh, thank you for answering that question, Joan. Okay, so now I'm gonna go and attach one bead.
Oh, do you want to show your knob on the back of yours?
Do I want to show my knob? Yeah.
So that she can see what Joan's talking about.
You see how that's attached?
Yes, Joan. I did show how to warp the Wisdom Warrior. So we didn't show how to warp the original, just the Wisdom.
But we did that in last week's show. So if anyone has any questions, they can certainly reference last week's show.
Yes.
And check that out.
So just like Trisha's doing, make sure you see your silver needle all the way through. When I was doing my practice run today, I was dropping beads.
Oh, yeah. I did that yesterday, too. So I'm just going to attach one, guys. And so I put my bead on. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to run it underneath, pull that across. But I'm going to put it up through the needle, up through the middle this time. Because we don't want a bunch of string showing on our project.
Right. We're working on the buttonhole, showing how to do the buttonhole technique.
Yes. There you go. So I'm just pulling that up through the middle, that string, and then I'm just going to run it back through the bead on top of the warps, just like we normally do, but we're just doing it on one row. Okay.
Leave the middle and the far end, opposite end open.
Yes. Okay. And now I'm going to tip my bead down and I'm going to put the needle through the second hole, and I'm going to bring that up through the middle. Is this close enough for you guys, or do you need me to zoom in a little bit? Just let me know. And then over top. So now we've managed to put one bead on one row of the warps. Okay.
So I'm doing the same thing. I found weaving underneath these two warps and then over the top of that one worked well for me to remember where I was going.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's what you did. I was focused on mine. Or something similar.
I do it the same way as I normally do it, except for I put my needle up through the middle. And
right. That's all I did. I was
okay. I'm like thinking, okay, now what did I do?
Did I make it too complicated?
That's all right. Don't take much. Don't take much for me.
For either of us.
But if you guys are wondering what projects we're working on, see, Amber has one on her screen to her left, and then I have mine here. The buttonhole earrings. Okay, so I put my gray bead on. I'm going to feed that through. And up through the middle.
I hear birds singing on your side.
Oh, it's so lovely, isn't it? I just couldn't bear myself to close the window yet. I'm like, it's okay. A little bit of car noise here and there isn't so bad. Oh, you do, Nancy. She beads from the bottom up. One vote for me.
Nance.
I don't think it's a competition, but still. Awesome. We're soul sisters, Nancy. Push this up a little bit so you guys can see what we're doing. There we go. Now, if you're noticing stuff on my fingers, you may not be, but that's just glue. I do wash my hands.
I have some too.
Yeah. I was busy making Disney Bretts and all kinds of stuff today, so. Amber and I both got our hair cut short, so.
Yes.
I thought, well, let's make some pretties for in our short hair. So
Yes.
that's what I was working on.
Trish very kindly, I start chemo tomorrow, so Trish very kindly chopped her hair long. Sadly, we couldn't be at the store together, but
Right.
along with me, and I'm wearing my
Yes, that's beautiful, Amber. I love that.
I can't think of my fight bracelet, I guess.
Yeah, breast cancer awareness. Yeah,
Yes.
your fight bracelet. I think that's a good term for it. So, guys, I was gonna put that next bead on, but then I realized that it's time for me to do 3 across again. 1, 2.
Oh yeah, I did that when I was practicing earlier.
Right. Yes, because I have 4 on, so I do not. Never mind. So, yeah, we're just gonna put the one. I thought I was there, but I'm not.
Oh, I did 4, so my pattern is off of different from yours.
Oh yes, it's time to start that row. I didn't even trust myself. So we're gonna do like we did at the bottom, where we're gonna take.
No, you have one more. You're right. You have one more row.
No.
Yes. Oh, you're doing a double.
1,
you're
2,
doing
3,
that
4.
one. Right. Never mind.
These are doubles. Yeah. It's okay. I know. Both of us. Aw. Joan says, sending you lots of love, hugs, and prayers your way, Amber. She sure can use them, Joan. Guys.
Yeah. Early this morning, insurance finally approved it, so I get to start tomorrow. Woohoo!
Yeah. Yep. And you'll have your hubby by your side.
Yes. For 5 to 6 hours.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I never thought it was like that. I didn't think it took that long, but yeah.
Well, it depends on how many. I'm getting 4 different drugs, so.
Okay.
That's why.
Gotcha. Yeah, it takes time, I guess, so.
So, yeah, I started my new row, but I'm only going to do 1 on each side. So I'm copying the one I have here earlier.
Yes.
But I also have this one. I was trying all different ways, having all kinds of fun. Yeah. Real simple, just like the ring. A real quick project. Real simple.
I'm going to put that down just a smidge so you can see a little better, guys.
And Jules has used so many tile beads recently that you can definitely reuse extras.
Yeah.
All kinds of fun things you could do with
Wouldn't it be pretty to make one of these in rainbow? Like
Ooh.
with all your little extras?
Yes.
That'd be cute.
And you could definitely do this. You could do this with rondelles. You can do this with crystals that we won't name. Like there's, it doesn't have to be a 2-hole bead.
That cracks me up every time. It's like Harry Potter.
Yes. Or we don't talk about Bruno.
There you go.
No. The latest, right? Thank you, Kara. I really appreciate your prayers. Thank you. I really appreciate that. So, yeah. So it doesn't have to be a 2-hole bead. It just looks really cool with the tile beads. That's why we're doing it. But
it does. Yeah, I like the way it looks. Yeah, you could do a buttonhole with a buttonhole earring with anything, really. Round beads would look super cool.
Yeah, they would.
Wire polish would look super cool.
All right, so you're finishing up. I finished up my bottom row.
Okay.
I'm going to go back now through this bottom row, the top of it. Doesn't matter if it's on the bottom or the top now because it's already locked in there. And now I'm going to bead from the bottom up and add in my other side and do the same thing we were doing on the other side, just beading around the 2 warps, not the 4. So just on the opposite side.
And I'm just trying to get my needle into position so I can start my other side.
But going back up, now you're going to be you could flip your loom, or you could just do the up. So you start on the bottom instead of the top of the bead. Now that for those of us who work bottom down, for those of us who work top down, bottom up.
There you go.
And
I'm sitting here agreeing with you as you're saying that.
You're going to do the
yeah.
opposite. So just do the opposite of what you normally do.
Yeah. So I'm going to flip my loom as well. Now. And do.
So you could flip it. I kept mine in place.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you're most comfortable with. Usually I loom like kind of sideways, but I wasn't sure if you guys could see it that well. So I had it straight on. But it looks like it's so as good. You can see I'm working my way up.
That's so pretty. Oh my gosh, those beads, I have
side.
to use those.
See, working my way back to you, babe.
Sing it, babe.
With a burning love inside. Yes, I'm working my way back. So we're working on these, but I don't know how well I'll be, but I'm excited. Trish is going to teach my other technique next week.
Yes.
And an ombre.
We're going to do an ombre.
So it'll be this earring with an ombre.
That's going to be so cute. Oh
my goodness, I can't wait. So pretty.
I'm sitting here dancing to Amber singing.
Yay, Joan! Because I'm working my way back to you.
You're a good singer. They were happening over in this department, believe me.
You can let any of us know, and you can let Joan, Jules, Trish, or I know if you order tonight, and we will send you. It's an Easter egg pattern. It's really cute. We'd love to share it with you guys. So
and free gift from Jules.
And free gift from Jules. So lots of good, yummy goodiness if you order tonight.
Using the affiliate links.
Yes. And if you forget to use the link and you want it to go to us, you can just tell Jules.
Let Jules know.
Because friends, as much as we love this, we don't get paid to do this, but we love it. We just get the affiliate. So you truly are a blessing if you use it.
Yes, for sure.
Because we love Jules. She's awesome, and we're happy to do this for her.
And she's very good to us.
Yes. She's an awesome sauce lady.
Yes, very good to us.
She's a mighty fine lady. I don't know why I am like...
You were on it tonight, ain't you?
I'm probably totally tired and...
Probably. You had a big day. So I'm going to get my needle...
Thank you, Nancy.
I'm going to get my needle back in position because I'm actually going to do my picot stitch before I take mine off the loom.
Yes.
So I'm just going to put it back where I want it. I want to start up at the top.
I highly recommend, if
bottom.
You're going to do the picot, to switch to the beading needle. The Jewel Loom needle is great for the looming, but the picot is difficult.
Yeah, this is just a seed bead needle, guys, because I know by practicing this that as many times as you have to go through the beads, it worked out better for me personally, because I actually cracked a towel bead, but it wasn't because there's anything wrong with the Jewel Loom needles. They're perfect, but when you have to put all that extra stuff on, it gets crowded in those beads.
So while she's showing you picot, I'm just going back and reinforcing. So
okay, get that in the view there, guys. So I'm just going to cross over here, and I'm going to do one side at a time.
I'm going to spotlight you so they can see the picot really well.
Okay. All right. So I'm just going to get my needle back on this side. I'm just going to start up the right-hand side, and I'm just going to keep it in position like this, my loom. Okay. Let me get these out of the way. And we will do some 11-0s. Like I said, this color is in transparent frosted rosaline. It's one of my favorites. I'll put them right here so you can see them, guys. Really cute.
Oh, Kelly, great question. Polymer clay beads. So you're talking bracelets. If you're talking bracelets, I would go with either the original or the one I'm using, which is I'll put us both back up. So this is a small, and Trish has the original. Can you turn your side, like, so she can see? Or,
I can raise my camera up a little bit.
So these two are the best ones to do bracelets on. The great size. So
yeah.
This is about 13 inches, if I remember correctly. Mm-hmm. And bracelets, can run anywhere from 5 inches up to 10 inches, so this is either one of these two are really great to do that, Kelly. I'll let you go back to your picot.
Okay. So yeah, I got my 11 O's out here, guys. And I'm going to pick up, I've got my needle in this position at the bottom. And I'm going to pick up 3 seed beads. And I'm just going to push those down my needle. And you're not crossing over on this as far as every time you put your beads on. You can go the whole way across, but I just try to do the single bead on the outside because then I'm getting less thread in the other ones that I need to use once I get to that other side.
Great idea.
So, and then you just pull that in and you can see it gives you the cutest little trim. I think that's my favorite way.
Yeah, I love picot edging too. Yeah.
To finish. So, and then what I'm going to do here, guys, is I'm going to take my needle up or through, not up, through the next bead. If I can get my angle right, getting it through there. There we go.
Did you knot it off before you started the picot edging?
Nope. I'm using the same thread. Yep.
Well, you could do a safety knot in there if you want.
You could do a safety knot, and you could use a separate thread for that matter if you wanted to.
True.
But this seems to work good. I still think I have enough thread, so we'll play by ear here. So I'm going to pick up 3 more 11 O's. And then go through the next hole on that bead. Push it up through. Give it a good, put it into position. And there we have 2. Just the cutest little stinking thing ever.
And then, yeah. So while Trish is doing that, I'm starting my second earring, and Trish can show you hers. You want to make sure you leave lots of space because we're going to tie off the warp threads once we take it off. So just FYI.
Yes, absolutely. And really, I could slide mine up a little bit. Don't tell anybody. I have done that multiple times.
Yes. But I do that too, but yeah.
Because, none of us are perfect.
Nope.
We're all human, and
we don't talk about Bruno.
And we don't talk about him. Oh my gosh. You're giving Disney a lot of credit tonight, aren't you?
Oh, shh.
You are full of it.
I really am, aren't I? I am tired.
Somebody has energy, huh?
I don't know if that's energy or punchiness.
Punchiness, maybe. No.
I have been in how many doctor's offices in the last 2 weeks?
Oh my gosh, honey.
Let's not even go there. So
you gotta keep your head up,
Yep.
Keep a good sense about it. All right. So there's our next one. If you have any questions, guys, don't hesitate to ask questions.
Oh, yeah.
We're happy to help. So I'm just going to angle my needle and put it through that hole. If I can, like I said, it takes a little maneuvering. Especially when you have shaky hands, but let's try this way. I swear, like my motor skills are getting worse.
Yeah.
And I use my hands every day.
I know.
We can thank Lyme disease for that. We're hot messes, aren't we?
We are.
Oh, goodness. So, I'm going to turn it this way, guys, so I can see it a little better.
It's looking very pretty. I love that pink and gray combo. So,
thank you.
Pink and whatever that color is called.
Taupe.
Thank you.
Taupe. In case anyone's looking for it on the site,
yes,
for sure.
Yeah, if you look, click on the link for the 6mm, you will see all of the ones I was showing earlier in all of their glory.
Okay, Kara. Yeah, thanks. I just thought of that as I was doing my first pair because I thought, I don't need to be filling the threads up on the other side. I can just use this bead to do what I need to do, and the same on this side, so it's not a chance of me cracking the beads. So, I come up with it. Sometimes better for the good, sometimes not, but thank you. I hope that helps you guys when you're doing it, if you want to do a picot. And that's the way I always just think I have to add more and more and more and more, and it gets ahead of me sometimes, but a lot of the bracelets that I make get so huge, it's not even funny. It's just like, I want to use this bead and those beads, and a few more loops won't hurt anything, right?
Of course not.
I'm going to move these over so you guys can see better. And the same thing here. Actually, on this one, guys, when you get to this top one, you're going to go the whole way across, because then you can start back down the other side. Okay, so we're not filling up the hole unnecessarily. I don't know how well that sounds. It just, it works better that way. But for me personally, anyway. So I'm on the other side. Now I'm on the other side, and I have this side's all done. If you can see, I know it's hard to see that color.
Oh, it looks great. Yeah. Yep. It matches your nails so well.
It's almost like I planned it, but I didn't.
Uh-huh.
I did. My
liar,
poor nails
liar. Pants
from working
fire.
today. I've only had these on a day, and I already messed up.
Aw.
It's all right.
I'm so sad I'm not allowed to wear nail polish during my treatments.
Oh, that is sad.
So sad. Be all about the pretty nails when I'm done.
Oh, Sandy says she likes to hide the threads too.
Oh, nice. Yes.
Yep,
I do too.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about the hidden threads, if you can.
So there we go on this side. We're just going into that next hole. And then the same process. I'm going to turn it this way so I can see where I'm needing to go here. All right. Whoops. See that? I thought I had it, but like I said, it's a little tricky. You might want to wear your glasses.
Or get that magnifier out.
I have my glasses on, so what's that telling you?
Something about over 40. That's what it tells me.
Oh, God. I'm almost in the next department pretty soon. A few more years.
We don't talk about that yet.
Mm-mm.
We will worry about that when we get there.
Right. So I've got my 3, and I'm going to do the same thing here. Push through and out of that first bead. Okay. Back through the next one. 3 more seed beads. These are hard to see on camera, aren't they? These Rosaline.
Yeah. They're so pretty in person.
They are. They're gorgeous. Especially the frosted. I like them all, but the frosted are my favorite.
Yeah, they go with the frosted ones I'm using.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, 3 more. How's everything going for you over there, Amber?
Good. I'm almost working on my second earring.
Oh, cool.
So, yup.
Yeah, I cheated. I had mine done ahead of time.
Well, I told you to in case
I
I
know.
couldn't do it, so
I
you're
know.
all good. You're all good in the hood.
It would be so nice if YouTube would let us play music while we bead. That would be
That
so
would
nice.
be nice. Then you don't have to listen to the musings of Amber.
For the entertainment we didn't rent. Almost there, guys. And I'm sorry if you do hear the street traffic. We do live on a little bit of a main road. It's not busy, but it's
busier than mine.
Well, you live in the suburbs. I live in town. That's true. Makes sense.
True beans.
Yeah. For being in town, it's not terribly busy.
No.
But we do get the cars. Okay, one more set, and then we'll get everything tied off.
Yep, and show you where I'm at. See?
Yes. Oh, looking good. You're almost done. Not too far. If you, when you're done, if you want to show how to take it off and tie it.
Sure.
And then I can show the, put in the ribbon crimp on if you'd like.
Sounds awesome.
Okay.
Awesome sauce.
Awesome sauce. Okay, so we've got our last bit.
I'll go back to you since the Pico's so tiny.
We've got our last bit. Can't be too fast with this camera. But of Pico, it still looks a little blurry, but so that's what our finished look is. So I have taken my thread just through the one bead, and I'm going to tie it off here in between both of these beads. So my bead is coming up. Oop, I'm sorry, guys. Bead's coming up, and I'm going to put my needle down through on the other side of the thread. Okay. And then I'm going to bring it back up through on the same warp, but on the other side, and then just run my needle through that loop. Okay. If I can grab it without it popping out. There we go. And I'm just going to give that a tug. Now I'm going to do this one more time. So I'm going to pull the nuts down when I put the last one in. So then it'll be on the actual bottom of the back of the piece. Excuse me. We get there. So same thing. I'm taking the needle down through. And I'm sure everybody has their own techniques on tying off, but this is something I've found that works good for me. Always like to share the way we do things. So in case you haven't thought of it, then maybe it'll help, you know. So there's our second knot. And now I'm going to take my needle down through beside that knot. Like so. I'm going to pull it, and I'm going to pull down on it. And that flips my needle to my knot to the back. Okay. So now I can go ahead and snip this cord off.
Or use a thread burner.
Yeah. I had an incident earlier yesterday with a thread burner. So I'm going to kind of just, instead of cutting the thread I wanted to, cut my warp.
Oh no.
Because it's so tiny in there. I don't always do that. And I don't know. I've been using my trimmers.
Right.
But anyone else, you are more than welcome to. And you can see here, even right there, I double knotted that and you can't see it. The Pico is in front of it. So you could just leave it as is, but I'm going to take her back through just for good measure.
You can also go back a little to the middle of the earring and do the knot there and then pull it under.
But like this one, that's not really an option.
Oh, yeah. No, but I did that with this one. So my thread's underneath now, and I double knotted it underneath.
Very good.
that's another, I was just giving another idea.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and I think normally that's what I do. I go back sort of to the middle like you do, Amber.
Mm-hmm.
I just was like, okay, what do I do with this?
Oh, right, with the picot, yeah.
Well, because the opening in the middle,
Yeah.
you know, because
It's
normally
different. That's
I
where
go
you
like
would
down
go.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yep.
So, very true.
I'm going to squeeze this a little bit with my pliers because I need to get it threaded and it's not cooperating. So.
Oh, no.
Well, the only thing is with using the seed bead needles, which I'm sure most of you know, the holes for the eye of the needle are much smaller.
Yes.
So it can be a little challenging at times for people.
Yes, Kelly, we used Wildfire tonight for both. That's why we were talking about the thread burner possibly getting the Wildfire on the warp.
Yep.
So this project, we're using Wildfire for both the warp and the beading.
Right. And you can use same color on both. I used gray for the base and pink for the stitching, but you can certainly use the same color.
I used white, so yeah. Gray probably blends in really well. I went with white because of the, I don't know, with the clear.
Well, it's nice because it pops too a little bit with that.
Yeah.
The white does. This kind of blends, so it's all in what you're looking for, guys, too.
Right. So I did my 2 different earrings that I had done earlier. And Trisha's tying her stuff off there. I will show you. So taking it off the loom is very similar on both looms. So you're going to go find the knob on the loom, whether it's on the original. So that I don't have my original near me, but here's a baby loom. So there's a knob like this on the original. And you just go near the knob as close as you can get. And you want to hold your warp threads. And you want to cut as close to the knob as you can. Because you want to... The reason I'm holding the warp threads is so my project doesn't go flying. And I'll go back and clean this up later. And then the other end was just where I wrapped. So I could just unwrap it and pull it off. So, and that would work the same on a baby or the original. The same technique.
And I'm getting ready to cut. If you guys want to see me cut this off, it's the same concept, but just the difference on the... And I found, I don't know, let me raise this up a little bit, guys, that there's a little bit more springiness in this when you cut it.
Mm-hmm.
So, because it gets, with that being plastic and having that bar, it gets crazy tight sometimes, which is good, but I like to hold my loom and hold my threads as well, and then I'll just go in and cut them, and you can see how that pop is, guys. That's why it's important to hold your threads.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't pop as much on the wood one, but it's a good practice to have no matter which loom you're taking off.
Oops. So I want to just put you in there. How do we do that? There we go. Got it.
Oh, okay. So now we're off the loom, and so for the before I cut it apart, try and make sure you give each of the earrings off of your loom enough space, as I mentioned before, to tie it off. So I tried my best to go in the middle and cut those warps. Okay? And then these are super long. Lots of extra. You want to just cut those end loops too. You won't need that much, but this is about a good amount. Just enough that you're going to take 2 of the warp ends and double knot it. So you don't want to pull too hard. Enough that it gets right up next to the bead, but if you pull too hard, you're going to mess up with your warp around all the others. So just tying a knot there. And then here. And then we do the same thing on the other side.
Yeah, you want to make sure, and tie that a couple times. At least that's what I do. I like to make sure it's quite secure.
Yeah, 2-3 times.
Yeah.
And then I also get my hypo cement out.
Yes.
And put it on the knots before I trim them.
Yes, that's definitely a good technique to do as well. Because sometimes, guys, even if you think you have the knot as tight as you can possibly get it, they can still slip out. So that little bit of glue is just a little bit of insurance.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, I'm going to leave my threads
longer, yeah.
Longer because I'm going to be putting on the ribbon crimp, but I like to use those for a little bit of security.
Oh, yeah. Sure, I totally agree.
Amber does as well.
I don't trim them until the very last minute.
Right. Absolutely.
So
back down a little bit.
If you have some hypo cement, a great way to get it ready is just heating it up and not squeezing it. So that's what I'm doing now. And I got all my stuff out and ready. What are you laughing at?
The Jeopardy theme just went through my head. Because it's like waiting for the glue
to dry, yeah, or warm up. What we were talking about earlier, when you take it off, now these warps down here might be a little short. So very gently, I can pull. I wouldn't recommend it all the time, but you could pull your warp through a little, make it slightly longer since I have so much on this end. Just to make it easier to tie off. For sure. But do it very gently. You don't want to make your beads go funky.
No. Yeah, that's a good tip, Joan. Thank you. These little threads. Oh, I love my hemp, though, I gotta say.
Yeah, hemp is much easier to tie knots with.
Yes, most definitely.
But it wouldn't look right with this project, I don't think.
No, I do like the way the Wildfire looks with it, for sure. Very feminine and...
Yeah, and we'll be using all Wildfire next week, too.
Yes, we will.
And bead slides. So we're doing the ribbon crimps this week. Next week will be the bead slides.
I don't know if I have bead slides.
Uh-oh. They came with this one I made with
the brown kit, the earth tone kit. Okay, yeah, I probably have
there should be some in there for you.
Okay, I'll check it.
So what we're talking about is Jules has an earth tone kit. I don't know if there's any left, but we did a bunch of projects with bracelets and earrings and stuff. All of our videos live on YouTube.
Yeah.
So if you've missed something or want to learn a technique, all of these techniques you can find somewhere on YouTube, or ask one of us and we will tag you or send you a link to make sure you get to the right video.
And there was a lady in the group this week that needed to know how to put her ribbon crimps on, and I messaged her to the 2 videos as well as posting them on the feed on the group. So if you have any questions about that, that's there. We do this a lot so you'll see this quite often, the crimp. Yes. Putting on the ribbon crimps.
Yes, Trish and I really like magnetic clasps. Yeah. So the ribbon crimps.
Like this?
Yeah. I didn't add in my chain yet, my safety chain yet, but.
No, yep. And then, Amber has it on her. We really do like to crimp. Yes. I have some that are with buttons, like my love cuff. I do like the way it looks with that button. It does look
There are
cool.
certain ones. Well, the button I wanted for this one was just too big to hold it. So
yeah.
I had to switch it up.
Well, had a beautiful.
I'll just use it as a centerpiece on something. Yes. So are you ready to show them how to do this?
Almost. Yep. I was just going to tie off my other one here, and I'm almost to the top. I was trying to look on the website to see about that earth tone kit, but I
know we started late, so we're at about probably 50 minutes, even though it says an hour on our screen.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes, Kelly, you can use the hemp on these looms. Yes, and we have many projects that live on YouTube, and Jules does, that use hemp. We use hemp a lot. So,
and don't forget, guys, free gift with purchase tonight. Make sure to use the affiliate links, and that'll get you over there, and you get a free gift with purchase. And Amber is kindly giving us one of her designs, bracelet patterns, for a real cute Easter egg bracelet too. So you let us know when you order them. We will make sure that you get that. She is so kindly doing those. Those patterns are awesome that she's coming up with. A little birdie told me she might have a poodle one for me, but I'm not sure. So anyway, guys, so we're gonna do the ribbon crimps now. So I just have my crimps here. I use super glue gel a lot for this. You can use GS Hypo. It really doesn't matter. Whatever makes you happy. And that's all you need. That and a little bit of ribbon. So I'm going to cut my ribbon using these, which I shouldn't, but that's how I got them dull.
Yeah.
You know that.
Oh, yeah. I do it too.
Okay, so what I like to do, guys, is kind of put my ribbon underneath here. Okay, I'm going to leave a little bit of an end so then I can trim it when I bring it back to the middle. So I'm going to fold this over, and then I'm not explaining it well, guys, but we're going to leave a little end here. Let me start over.
You're doing fine, honey.
We're going to leave a little end here, and I'm going to fold it over like so, and then we're going to fold this end back over to the middle so we don't get a seam on the outside. Most of the time your ribbon crimps will encapsulate your ribbon, but sometimes it doesn't. So that's a good way to avoid having a raw edge. Okay, so I just lay it there like this, hold my strands down. You can see how I have them pointing down there. And I try to make sure they're kind of pulled in, because if I want to trim or do whatever, I do not want my strings to be sticking out to the side too much. Okay, so put my ribbon there, take the cap off with your teeth, and then put some gel over top of it.
Yeah, now, I don't know about that teeth technique there.
Yeah. But as I have tried putting ribbon crimps on every which way but loose, and I have found this is my technique that I prefer, because I've really done some neat ones over the years there with putting the ribbon crimps on. So, and I'm just going to give this a little tug over, because I'd like this to be in just a smidge from the edge. So I'm just going to kind of pull that over, make sure it's not on your bead, and press down on your glue at the same time. Okay. And this is just, guys, this is gluing to your threads. We've already locked everything in place, but it's giving you something for your ribbon crimp to clamp into, because with the Wildfire, you don't always have to do this with hemp, but with the Wildfire, you really should put ribbon ends on it, because put ribbon on your underneath your ribbon ends. You're laughing at me. I swear, we're about a pairing. That's okay. Like I said, that's what this show is about, being human. And don't stick it to your bead mat either, guys.
Yeah. I do that all the time too.
So I'm going to move that out of the way and bring this here. So once we have that, guys, I'm just going to put a little bit more glue down. This is my thread from up there. We don't want that. About halfway across.
Don't stick your fingers to it.
Nope. Especially not the super glue, because
oh my goodness,
that's no fun.
No, it's not.
A friend of mine had a whole bunch come out of the bottle one time, and she was trying to seal something off with her jewelry making, and it just coated her hands.
Oh,
it was awful. I felt so bad for her. So I'm just going to hold that there in place. Again, we're making sure we're not sticking to anything, because this stuff is vicious.
Yeah, it is.
My ribbon is, let me look at my little thing here. We have,
mine's 3/8.
1/4 inch.
And I have 3/8.
Yeah. So, I mean, pretty much whatever you have on hand, as long as it's not too
You're going to have to trim it
wide.
anyways. Yeah.
Yeah, you will trim it. That's true. So it doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to go in now and I'm going to trim that where that is in the center with my scissors. And now we have our seam in the middle. Okay. I'm feeling glue on my fingers. That's never a good thing.
Yeah,
there
I got glue on mine too.
Got it. We got it. Now I'm going to put the other one on the other side. So we'll do it one more time here as I keep my bead mat out of the way. I'm just going to push that down. I want that to be as even with that as I can. Okay. And like I said, like Amber said, we're going to trim it in half almost any way I do with the 1/4 inch. So whatever you got, use what you got. So same thing. We're going to lay the earring down here.
Great project for scraps.
Absolutely. Leftovers and scraps. I always say use your stash, you know. If you buy a new strand of beads, okay, buy a new strand of beads, but then use stuff from your stash to go with it. It's super fun, you know, shopping your stash. I mean, shopping is fun too, but.
Well, yes.
So same thing, I'm just going to lay that glue over the top. Okay. And I'm going to bring this across gently and making sure I'm not going over top of my beads. And this is kind of awkward at first here, guys, until it starts setting. Sorry about that. That just kind of moved. But once you get it where you want it, it'll hold real nicely for you.
It's super glue.
It's super.
Super duper.
It means business. So now always as I do this, once I feel like it has a little bit of a hold, you could put this, like do this on a piece of wax paper or on something like if you have a rubber mat or something, so it'll pull up easily, like I'm using leather. So it's coming pretty good off of it, but
mine's on my bead mat.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. I've gotten glue on that many times, and it's supposed to stay nice. So when I do make videos, I don't look like a loser, but it never does.
What are you saying? What are you calling me?
I'm not calling you anything. I'm saying so I don't look like a loser. So I'm just auditioning that, guys. I'm just bending it where I think I want it. Okay. And I'm going to kind of hold my finger there, and then I'm going to do the same thing. Just put it about halfway across, and then lay my ribbon down and hold it there. Not long enough that your finger sticks to it, but you can hear it pulling up too.
Yep.
But yeah, we're getting a good, it's locking in there nicely for us. Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to cut it right in the middle. So we have the seam in the middle. All right. Looking good, looking good. So now, as Amber had mentioned, I like to cut everything down. You can use scissors, you can use thread cutters. This would probably be easier to do because of the thread and the ribbon, but you will dull them.
Yep.
If you do that. So I'm just basically, as I'm snipping this ribbon, it's snipping off those extra threads as well. Okay. We go. Okay. And I like to use my chain nose pliers. I have a favorite pair that I like to use, and of course I don't have them over here right now. So, but we're going to go for it. I think we can handle it. I'm spoiled by those Wubbers.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, you are.
So here, this is a good plier as well, but I do have to say I prefer those. But anyway, I love you, Beadalon.
And I'm using my nylon jaw.
Yeah, you can also use that. I don't have much luck doing that, but I know Amber does that, yeah, as well. So I'm just taking it and I put it in the jaws of my chain nose, or in your
whatever pliers you choose.
Plier you use, yeah. And I'm just going to give it And make sure before you squeeze, guys, make sure you're backed off enough that you're not going to squeeze on top of that bead, even with just your plier. Again, speaking from experience, you don't want to do that.
You're not good.
It'll crack your bead.
Yep.
Especially if you have heavy duty pliers, it'll definitely crack it. So, and I'm just working around on that, guys. I'm just kind of pressing it a little here, a little there. You don't want to give any drastic squeezes because you're going to get marks or indents on your ribbon crimp, but that's basically it.
It's one of the reasons you can use the nylon gel pliers.
And honestly, I should have centered that a little bit better, but you guys will. I know you will. You're better at doing that. But so let's take another attempt here and see if we can center this one better. So I'm just going to trim it again on this side. Does anybody have their AC in yet?
We have central air, so yes.
Yeah, you have central. Yeah, but using their AC, I should have said, but
no.
Yeah. I'm at the point where I probably could have last night, but
the humidity was really something last night.
So I'm just fitting that over that cut end and trying to center it the best that I can on the actual beads. Move that over just a hair. And see, that's why I use my other ones. These slip, unfortunately. On this kind of thing, they don't slip in general.
Right.
But I don't know that they had the ribbon crimps in their mind when they were designing them. Sure, they did not.
They were thinking of you.
Yeah, I guess. So I'm just give that a little squeeze.
If you wanted to, under the ribbon crimps, you can always put a dab of glue.
Yes.
If you wanted.
But I feel pretty secure once I glue on my ribbon, and I don't need to put more. But that's totally your call. I mean, that's extra security. So there we go, guys.
But you don't have to.
And that one is really crooked. I'm going to have to deal with that later. But we'll look at this end, right? So all I'm going to do, guys, I have some really gorgeous, these are gem cut beads that Jules also carries. And I thought these ones are a really pretty, like, neutral color. And then they have like a purple clear inside of them, you know, like a transparent purple. So I thought I would use one of those as my dangle. I'm just going to do one.
Dangle.
But here I just use just the hearts. You know, you can use anything you want. So go ahead, Amber.
Oh, no, I was trying to, there we go. I was trying to switch it.
Oh, yeah, perfect.
They can still see you, but I'm there too.
Yeah.
I'm not floating out in Never Never Land.
You want to show them how to do their dingle dangle?
Sure.
If not, that's okay.
I can do that. I've got all kinds of earring craziness going on here. So, so you'll need 2 jump rings, one for the top, one for the bottom, ear wire, and I did 2 dingle dangles and a charm. So grab a charm here.
I get it eventually.
Oh, do this one. That one?
I was trying to just show you, but
oh, just me? Then you click on the little head on my.
Okay, there we go. Sure. There you go. I'm still learning here.
Yep. So these are if you buy the original Jewel Loom, you'll get a kit with some of these beauties in it. Or if you also, this was the January kit that Jules put out. I don't believe there's any extras. So I'm gonna pick a pink and purple. Then I have a charm. I just have eye pins tonight, quick and easy. Just slide on the eye pin.
Hi, Gail. Yes, Joan. The charms, the wood charms from the would be awesome on here. I just didn't have any that matched. I have a lot of charms, but except for like a rainbow or something, and that wouldn't really go. So.
I didn't have any doubles.
That'll be coming soon, though. Yes.
Yes. I had them here to show them. I don't know what I did with them. Bummer. Yes, there are beautiful wood charms, and there are more coming. Mm-hmm. So that would be totally awesome. But I didn't have any matching ones for tonight. Yeah. And then I like my my super duper one step looper.
Yep, me too. Especially for things like this. Keeps it simple.
Keeping it simple. Don't go too close that you crack the bead.
Yes.
Make a loop. And then you need your pliers. So you need 2 sets of pliers. When you open a jump ring, always good to have 2. And always open it towards you and away from you, not up and down. So close up this loop and pop the charm on there, or this dingle dangle through the loop of there.
I'm gonna grab my other pliers real quick here.
Yep. Amber. Put on a charm. And the wood charms would be awesome. They are a whole bunch in the shop. And then if you know how to make a simple loop, real quick, you can do that too. You don't have to have the looper. Our happy looper here. But
happy looper.
Everything's falling off my jump ring.
Hi, Gail. I don't know if I said hi to you, honey. If I didn't, I apologize. Yeah, we're running a late show tonight.
Yeah, we waited a little to see if we could let Neely finish up his show.
For sure.
Since he was using the Silver Silk Jewel Loom tonight. So.
Yes. Definitely good. Go check that out as well, guys.
So when we post this, Joan will probably weed out some of the talking at the beginning. So it'll probably end up being an hour because I think we talked for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, she's good at that.
So, yeah. So there we go. And when you close up your jump ring, same thing. Front, this way, not up and down. And then add another jump ring to add on our ear wire.
I'm doing surgery over here.
All right, now.
I gotta take that ribbon crimp off. It's bugging me.
That's why you wanted me to finish the project.
Uh-huh. You know how I do. I gotta have it. Fixed.
And there we go, folks.
Perfect.
Perfectamundo.
Perfectamundo.
I think my charm's backwards, but oh well, I'll fix that. So I had 2 slightly different designs, one shorter, one longer. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cool.
Cool beans.
And I will show you just a second here once I get my crimp back on.
Do you want to flip your camera?
Well, I'm going to, as soon as I finish this, I'll show them how I did my dangle, and then I will definitely flip, okay? Just let me hook this in so it's not crooked.
Yeah, sorry we went long tonight, but we are trying to let Neely finish out there before we started. And Trisha's going to show you her earring here in a moment. And if you haven't heard, this is the one we're doing next week. And this is the one we did tonight.
Yep.
So definitely, if you didn't get to see the whole show, watch the replay.
Okay, guys. So this is what I used. I used a piece of that gorgeous check glass. But you could put multiples on here. You could do, sorry, I kind of warped my earring a little bit when I did that. It's okay now, though. Yeah, I'm vicious, but... So yeah, this beautiful glass. So I'm